Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the TV6 Digital Desk live stream. My name is Molly Birch, and I'll be taking you through a recap of today's headlines. This stream runs every night starting at 8/7 Central Time from Sunday to Thursday. Feel free to comment and ask any questions you have in the chat as you feel like it, and I'll do my best to answer those questions as we go and after the stream as well. With all of that business out of the way, let's take a look at our first story for tonight. February is Spay and Neuter Awareness Month, and the Upper Peninsula Animal Welfare Shelter is putting the spotlight on it. A UPAWS representative says the shelter always recommends spaying or neutering your pets. In addition to preventing unwanted pregnancies, it will help prevent cancer in your animals. The shelter says every heat cycle female animals go through increases the risk of mammary cancer, and for males, chances of testicular and prostate cancers. UPAWS says unwanted pregnancies also put extra pressure on shelters.
You wind up with a litter that wasn't prepared for. A lot of people, it's a lot to take care of it, and people aren't really prepared for that. So that's where they kind of look to us to bring those in, and then it's a lot for us.
UPAWS says they recommend fixing your pet anywhere from 6 months to a year old. And American Heart Month is almost over. Today, we're taking a look at OSF's Cardiovascular Care Clinic with Bellin Health and what comes next. Doctors say the OSF and Bellin partnership helps the community by providing more robust heart care without patients having to travel to Green Bay. Let's see if we can get that video in there. Right now, neither Bellin nor OSF can perform invasive procedures, and the director says that's going to change this summer. Let's hear from him.
A lot of patients who need cardiac care need certain kinds of procedures like pacemakers or heart catheterizations or stents, and we can begin to provide those care here.
Ryder says the goal of the partnership is to provide as much care locally as possible. And the clinic plans to start doing invasive procedures in July. And the Dickinson County Library is accepting donations for the 14th annual prom dress swap. Prom dresses and accessories of any kind can be donated to Dickinson County branches until March 4th. Prom swap organizer Emily Cummings also encourages residents to donate extra jewelry for the swap. Cummings says it's heartwarming to see girls pick out their dresses for free.
Getting to save money is great for the parents, but the girls finding the perfect dress and really enjoying how they look and excited about being able to take that and go to the event. It's nice to be on the sidelines and see it.
The swap begins Friday and will continue until next Monday. The Michigan State Police reminds drivers to take it slow on ice and snow. The MSP says despite slippery roads, they didn't get any calls about crashes today, even though they typically do get calls during weather like this. The MSP says to make sure your car is clear of all snow before you drive, especially lights and windows.
The road conditions are snowy, they're icy, they're slippery. Visibility is limited in some spots. It's windy out there. You need extra time to get to where you're going.
They also recommend you have winter gear in your car. It's important to adjust the way you drive based on the weather. And while today was suddenly quite cold, temperatures in early March could lead to an early spring. That may inspire you to buy a new bike. TV6's Caden Minus reports Marquette County stores say they are well stocked.
It's been a strange winter for those looking to enjoy outdoor recreation. In Ishpeming, West End ski and trail owner Spencer Prusy says he's seen an increased demand for spring and summer related equipment. He says the mild temperatures have kept things interesting.
Winter sports equipment has been less popular, while the demand for summer equipment has not really dropped. We're still selling mountain bikes in December, January, and February.
Prusy says this increase in demand has not affected spring supply. He says this may change the way the store approaches winter next year.
We'll be putting in smaller preseason orders for sure because there is some overstock, and luckily what we're told is that those products aren't really changing for next year, so what we have is still going to be current.
In Negaunee, Love and Bicycles co-owner Blake Becker says the workshop is already full of bikes looking for a spring tune-up.
Phones have definitely been ringing. People have definitely been coming in, and I think people are really getting excited for the upcoming spring and summer.
Becker says the shop is well equipped for both winter and spring activities.
We're kind of in a little bit of a shoulder season between the two seasons, so we are very much still offering those winter options, but also, yes, we are transitioning into those spring options. We are very well stocked and prepared going into the spring.
While it may have been cold today, Becker and Prusy encourage anyone looking to get outside this spring to stop by sooner rather than later. Caden Minus, TV6 News, Marquette County.
Thank you, Caden. The Women's Center in Marquette needs your help empowering survivors and victims of domestic and sexual abuse. The center is hosting a food drive for its Harbor House residents. The Women's Center is looking to stock its shelves with things like cans of soup, pasta sauce and noodles, rice and beans. The center says it's important to get involved because the Harbor House is filled to capacity with women and their children.
That's why the easy meal items are really helpful. The easy snacks for after school. It takes
you can drop off donations at the Women's Center
a little
on
stress
weekdays
off of
from
the
9 in
parents,
morning until 5
the
in
moms.
evening. You can also
you know, when
donate from home
they
by buying
are
items
there.
from the center's Amazon wish list, which you can find at uppermichigansource.com or the TV6 and Fox UP mobile news app. And finally tonight on the TV6 Digital Desk live stream, a popular ski club in Marquette County is doing something special for women of all ages and ski skill levels. This Friday from noon to 3 in the afternoon, Marquette Mountain is holding its first ever Women's Park Day. Staff say there will be no formal instruction, and this is a day to meet up with other women who are interested in freestyle. They also say no prior park knowledge is necessary. The resort's general manager says this is a fun way for women to make new connections.
Sometimes it can be pretty intimidating to try new things, and so to have like-minded individuals around you to be there and do it with is important.
The general manager also says if there's interest on Friday, they will continue to schedule women's park days through the end of the season. And that's all the stories we have for you tonight. Be sure to tune in tomorrow night where I'll be here in the same place at the same time. That's 8/7 Central Time with a recap of tomorrow's headlines. Don't forget you can find us streaming on Facebook or YouTube, whichever platform you'd prefer. And if you have a story idea you think we should report on, feel free to contact us at any time. These are a few easy ways to get a hold of both myself and others in the newsroom. And again, you can contact us at any time. We would love to hear from you and what's happening in your community. Thank you all again for joining me live at the TV6 Digital Desk. Have a great rest of your night.